Alrighty, and we're back to this super fun, mega awesome, very relaxed game of D&D as Lady Atara Marwood, the vampire, stands before you holding Helena's Rildran and going, Heligvar, good to know that you've unearthed that, and also good to know what everything else that you've unearthed. I'll be very happy to tell Deverell that my strategy paid off in dividends. And I'll be even happier when I hand over the last of the Rildran, so don't make this complicated, kids. You can still walk out of this alive. And she will reach into her clothes and put the Rildran away into a pocket that she has.
I am tired of really bad surprises today.
Yeah.
I'll take that under advisement as DM. I'll start throwing some good surprises your way.
You found a $5 bill. Yay!
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to just chuck some holy water at her, try to grab it, and run away.
Yeah, I feel like that is what we're all feeling.
I mean, I want to light her on fire, but...
Oh, maybe both.
I'm hearing this is roll initiative time, folks.
Yeah.
15.
18.
No. 1 + 2 for 3. Why, dice? Why?
Oh, wait, I'm actually just kidding. I am 19 because I forgot about my +1.
Oh, nice. Helena, what were you?
I can't remember if I said 14 or 15.
Okay. That is...
I think, let's go with 14.
That is A-okay. Wow, this is going to be the exact order as the last fight. Great. Well, in that case, you're up first, Satus.
Okay, I would love to utilize one of the holy waters and throw it right at her face.
Roll me that d20 for an attack, please.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Come on, baby. That is a 7.
Sorry, for a moment, I was like, is there a teen at the end of that?
No, unfortunately not. Just a straight up 7.
And I think that for this, for an basically improvised attack, it would be +2. So, the vial of holy water is going to sail past her head, and you hear as it shatters on the ground, spilling everywhere.
If I can use movement, I would like to move not in claw range of her.
You're moving away from her?
Yeah,
Cool.
just a little bit.
Great. Helena, you're next.
Yeah, holy water time, uncork it, throw it.
Cool. I'm going to say roll with advantage then, because this will cause the holy water to spray everywhere, but less will get on him, so it'll be slightly lessened damage. But okay, roll with advantage on the attack.
Wait, did you say on him?
On her, excuse me.
Not going for Satus.
No.
Oh,
No.
thank you. I feel so great.
I feel so holy. Excuse me.
Okay, so with advantage, I get a 19.
Yeah, that will cause some of that water to get on Lady Atala. 2d6,
Good.
please.
4 and 2 is 6.
Cool. She'll take some amount of that. And again, you'll sort of hear that horrible hissing and sizzling sound as she takes this damage and her skin starts to boil as if acid had struck her. Anything else you want to do, Helena?
Can I, run at her, or do I have to stop now?
No, you can absolutely run at her.
Okay, I want to run at her and push her down.
You can't
Quickly
push her
while
down,
she's
but you can get right up in her face. You'll need to wait until your next turn to actually do the shoving, but that does mean that she now has to deal with you before going up to attack Cal, which is what she wanted to do. I think that she's still going to do that. She's going to try to weave out of your path, Helena, which means that you get an attack of opportunity. So if you'd like to attack her with your sword, you can do that.
I would absolutely like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Approve.
Yeah.
Roll me that d20 on the sword.
Okay. So I get 14 plus 5.
That hits.
Excellent. And then I get 1 plus 3 plus 3 is 6.
Oh, wonderful. You take a slash at her, and as your sword connects, you actually rip off some of the bandages around her upper chest and neck, and with those ripped off, you now see the 2 very prominent puncture marks, not even fully healed yet, on her neck.
Okay.
But she will,
So this is not her fault.
taking that hit, run past you, and that Cal, her claws bared.
We should have checked for puncture marks. What? Come on.
Next time we have to do that.
Last time we make that mistake.
Cal, 1 is a 10 and 1 is an 18.
The 18 will hit.
You will not take damage. However, she will grab you by the neck and lift you up the ground, grappling you.
What?
So you are now grappled. You cannot move away from her.
I cannot move away from her, but I can still do stuff to her.
Yeah, your hands are still free. You can still do things. There's a difference between grappled and incapacitated. Incapacitated would be like if you were wrapped up in a spider's web and could not move. Grappled just means that you are held in place.
All right. Well, I'll let her hold me in place and hold my hands out and cast Burning Hands at her. First level. So she needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. That is 14 dexterity?
It is 14 is the
if you meet it, you beat it. So so she saves.
Okay, so she saves, so that means she takes half damage.
Oh, she saves.
So
cook that up for me. Yeah, sorry, Mike.
So
yeah, I retract my let's go.
Yeah.
Mike,
let's
surprising.
Not go yet. Well, let's go. Well,
Mike,
the nice
a
thing
stealth
about Burning
member
Hands
of
is
Team Vampire.
Let's go a little bit. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so that's 14 divided by 2 is 7. She takes 7.
Wow.
points
Okay.
of damage.
You unleash a torrent of fire
I
that
am
just leaves your hands, and she is barely able to kind of squirm out of the way and only takes half of it.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. But you are still held in
Are we
place.
still- Okay.
Satus. Or you want to do anything else, Cal?
No. I don't think I can.
Yeah, no, it's hard to have extra actions when you're grappled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Satus.
Okay, so here's what I would love to do. I would love to utilize the cantrip of minor illusion to make something that would distract and scare our vampire nemesis. So maybe the image of a giant wooden stake, or a mirror, or Bella from Twilight, or whatever. Something to terrify her.
Kristen Stewart.
That famous play in the world of Keldoran, Twilight, that was extremely divisive, but the vampire community agreed, terrifying as all hell.
I would love to make a minor illusion of something that could instill fear into Lady Atala, and then I'm gonna try to sneak and see if I can yoink the real Dran from her.
Cool. Again, I sort of think that you trying to do all of this at once is going to play against you. I think that if you did the illusion this turn and then tried to sneak the real Dren back next turn, I would give you advantage on that sneak. I think that if you did it now, I think that she would just kind of get a wisdom saving throw for whether she's afraid or not, but it would not actually affect your ability to do it, because you'd be trying to do it so quickly that the sleight of hand check would probably be at disadvantage no matter what.
Got it. Then yeah, let's stick with just that then, because I am not the sneakiest for the stats, so having advantage on the next turn I think would go a long way for me.
Okay, cool. Is there a save in the description of the spell, or is it just kind of like you produce this image and we are...
You just produce the image, and then that is that. But if that's deemed not effective enough, I also have Vicious Mockery, which does involve a wisdom save.
That's okay, but then just I can sort of mechanically interpret that, but tell me what the illusion is of.
Let's say that it's I would
just like a vat of holy water getting tipped over her head.
I want to get. I think it is. I think it's just like it looks like wooden stakes are like flying at her, like like arrows in the sky, but it's like a bunch of wooden stakes headed her direction.
Cool, I love it. That is over 20 on that wisdom save. I think that unfortunately she sees through the illusion.
Okay.
Beth.
Okay, so I would like to get her attention away from the others, if possible, by coming up behind her and trying to, I suppose, whack her over the head with the sword, with the hope of knocking her out rather than killing her, but, let's see what happens.
Okay, fair. Roll me that attack roll with the sword.
Yeah, that is, 12?
12 does not do it. She weaves out of the path of the sword, and it just flies through to the ground, landing with a heavy clang.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. It is now Lady Atala's turn. She will bare her mouth, and her vampire fangs will grow longer as she sinks her mouth in towards your neck, Cal, and it is only your quick squirming that makes her teeth land on the shoulder of your mage armor instead of on your neck.
That's right.
With her free hand, she will take a swipe at you, Helena. Does a 13 hit?
Just yes.
Just yes? How
yes.
Unfortunate.
Yes.
That is 8 points of damage.
Ow! Okay.
Ow.
Really strong.
Yeah.
Cal, we're back to you.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm sorry. She will, as you are weaving out of her bite attack, Cal, you will also see some of the boils and some of the burning from the holy water begin to fade away, as it sort of seems that she is starting to revitalize herself a little bit.
That sucks. Okay. What can I do to try to become ungrappled?
That, I think, would be either an acrobatics or an athletics check.
Okay. Well. Okay, I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I am going to cast Bane.
Ooh.
On her. And I will, so she needs to make a okay, so she's the only one I'm casting this on. She needs to make a charisma saving throw. Whenever she fails the saving throw, she...
No, like I believe that if she fails the saving throw whenever she's doing things.
If she fails the saving throw, okay, so let's see if she fails the saving throw.
That's a big 5 on that saving throw.
Okay, so she fails. So, she, for the next minute, as long as I can hold concentration, she must roll a d4 and subtract that number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
Ooh. Okay, fun.
Amazing.
Great.
Cool.
All right. I think that we are back to Satus.
Okay. I still really want to try to get the. I very much want to try to get the Rildren off of her. Since last. Am I like in position now? Should I prep up the position?
No, I would say that you can easily, from where you are, run up to her and try to sleight of hand it out of her clothing. You will be contested by her dexterity saving throw, but we can see where we can see where the evening takes us.
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right, so roll me a sleight of hand check, please.
Okie dokie. It's a natural 1.
Oh no!
Yes. Oh no!
You get so wrapped up in it, and you just dive in, and you don't realize that they changed positions for a moment. And you realize after a moment that you're actually patting down Cal's legs instead of Lady Atala's.
Satus, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry, I just got so caught up in the moment.
Above you, the vampire snarls. Helena.
Oh dear. Yeah, maybe I'll have a go at getting it. I mean, how bad can it go? maybe I won't.
It can go
That
fairly
counts well.
bad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't want to be left out.
Yeah.
Okay. You won't believe it. I also got a natural 1, so
No!
We are not sneaky.
You end
We are
up
not.
trying to get something out of Satus's pocket. It is a ball of Three Stooges-like chaos.
Oh, God. This is going very well.
Which
badly.
I think certainly makes it easier for her to once again try to bite you, Cal.
But she's got to subtract a d4.
Excuse me. Thank you. Does a 13 overcome your armor class?
It does not.
Ooh, once again, that bite
It's now
just
15.
blinks off of your armor. And with a free hand, she'll try to take a swipe at you, Satus. Does an 11 hit? I probably don't think so.
My armor class is exactly 11.
Ah, so it does hit, alas.
Does she have a -4 on that thing too, or?
Probably not in the damage, just on to hit, right, Emma?
It says the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw. Yeah, so it's
Not damage.
It's not damage.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's all ones up in here, so it's only 5 points of damage.
Okay, it's still okay.
Back at toe.
Yeah.
Cal! Oh, and once again, you see some of that damage that the holy water did to her closing up again.
Okay. I would like to reach into my pocket and grab a thing of holy water and just smash it on her face.
Roll me 2 d20s and tell me what the highest one is. We're gonna, you're so close that you definitely have
Okay.
advantage here.
Okay, here we go. Natural 20.
Oh, hell
Justice.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's
Great.
go. Thank you.
Roll me 4 d6s.
The other one was a 19. 4 d6s. Okay.
As you are able to uncork the holy water, and as she opens her mouth to say something, cram it down her throat.
All right, so that is 18 points of damage.
Let's go. What a turn.
As she
Looking up for a
recoils in
double one.
pain, she opens her hand and drops you down to the ground, Cal.
Yes.
Yes, Cal is free.
Top of the round, Satus.
Okay. Jeez. I really want to get the Rildren off of her, but I'm so not sneaky.
We can get it off of her if we kill her.
That's true.
It's not her fault she's a vampire, though. Should
That's
we
true.
kill her?
But I'm mad.
No, I get that. That's fair.
Yeah.
All the grappling.
Then you know what? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually use the cantrip of Vicious Mockery, because if they fail the Wisdom saving throw, they take some damage, and then they have disadvantage on their next attack roll.
All right, great.
So I will. Let's see. She just chugged some holy water. So I think I'll say something of, oh man, like, was that refreshing? And throw a little taunt her way.
That is including the 4 that I have to subtract because of the Bane. That is, that's an 11.
Not enough. So then, so that's a 1d4 of psychic damage, which I will roll. That is a 2.
Her head snaps back as you say that.
Yeah.
And it was not refreshing. So she takes that, and then she's got disadvantage on their next attack roll.
Hell yeah. Cool. Helena, it's your turn. Do me a favor and roll me a quick Arcana check.
Oh, sure. That's a natural 1.
You're sure that Lady Atala is in there somewhere, and that there's a reasonable solution to be had here. You're pretty sure that that's how this works.
Good to know.
If you just try hard, the power of friendship can save the day here. This is what your knowledge of magic is suggesting to you right now.
My knowledge of magic. Maybe there's something there. Maybe we can stop her vampiring, but not kill her by, I don't know, more holy water, more, I don't know.
Unclear.
We're gonna try with the holy water one more time.
Wonderful.
Uncorking that.
Cool.
Overarm lob.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's good. Roll me that attack with advantage, please.
12.
12 will... Oh, but... on your character sheet with unarmed attack, do you have a plus there?
I do for hit, yeah.
Yeah, what is
yes,
it?
I have +5.
Oh,
Plus
then
5.
yes. In that case, you absolutely do hit that. Great.
Thank God.
2d6s, please, of damage, as once again water rains down on her, causing her to snarl as her skin boils and bubbles and smokes.
7. Total.
7.
Nice.
Cool. Wonderful. Lady Atala will recoil from all of that. She'll look around at you, she'll snarl, and then she'll break out running, heading towards the edge of the armory. She's moving past you, Helena, and you, Satus, so you both get attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah, can I like trip her?
I also want to
Just
trip
like
her.
stick out a leg.
Yeah.
I mainly want to impede her motion. I do not want her to try. I mean, I would also be fine going for an attack, but I'm more focused on her not leaving because I don't want that real drain gone.
Yeah, I will say that you could basically, that's in a way an attempt to grapple her. So I would say that instead of attacking, you could do a strength check to see if you're able to, I'll say a strength or a dexterity check, whichever one you prefer, to see if you're able to stop her movement.
I would go with dexterity in my case, as the stats would be more favorable.
Roll it.
Yeah.
Dex check versus dex check then.
All right. That's a 4 plus 2 for a 6.
That's a 19 for her. She weaves. Oh, thank you, Bane.
Yeah.
That's just a 1, still an 18. So she weaves out of the path of your outstretched leg. Damn. Helena, what are you doing?
Similar, I want to rugby tackle her, which I guess might also be...
I think that would be a strength check.
Great. That's a 16 plus 3 is 19.
That is a natural 20 for her.
For goodness
And
sake.
with the D4 plus the D4 of Bane, that's also a 19. I think I have to give the edge to her for having a natural 20. I think that she is only just able to, like, extend her arms out and elbow you off of her. But I'll tell you what, that does slow her down. She is almost to the edge of the armory and almost at the point at which she could dive off into the tree line below, but she doesn't quite make it there yet. Cal.
Okay. How far away is she?
From you guys, let's say 30 feet. No, excuse me.
Busts out her trusty lasso
let's say
that she's
about 20
always
feet.
practicing with.
Yeah. And that is canon.
That is canon.
As we've said every episode.
Yeah.
I do have a rope you could borrow.
I think I'm gonna try to throw a firebolt at her.
All right. Roll me that firebolt.
Okay. Okay, that is 10 plus 6 for a 16.
That hits.
That hits?
That
okay,
hits.
Great. And a D10. That's... Four.
Okay.
4 points of fire damage.
You hear her screech in pain as the firebolt connects with her back. But she's still running.
And I'm gonna run after her.
All right. I think that you can basically almost catch up to her in your turn, but she's still a little bit further ahead.
Okay.
Satus.
Man, you know what would be cool? A spell right now, but I'm out of those things. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just going to try to put all my effort into stopping her from running away, just purely trying to do anything that I can to impede her motion.
Cool.
Like, is there anything in the room around us that I could utilize? Is there
A spear.
I'm trying to think. You mean aside from Lorik's body?
Look, I'll chuck his. I don't care. I didn't know that guy very well. If that trips her up, I'll chuck a corpse at her.
Didn't we burn him?
You did. You
Yeah, we did
absolutely
burn.
This
We
is
did
this is a joke. But the spirit board, the Ouija thing that you were using to communicate with the spirit, you suddenly look down and that's at your feet. You could grab that and just chuck it.
I think grab that. I mean, look, Satus I've envisioned as like a college professor type. I feel like he just gets it and just with a good like frisbee forearm throw tries to
Dex check, please.
with the Ouija board. Oh, come on. 19.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Now roll me I think we're going to call this an improvised attack as well. So roll me a d20.
Sure.
But like
Okay,
that thing
cool.
flies awesomely. Like you get just the right amount of twist in there.
And actually it would have been a 20 because of the plus, but yeah.
Satus
regardless, let's
plays
do-
frisbee with the kids on the quad. Yeah.
Okay, so just a d20 here. Another 19.
Oh, hell yeah. Cool. You swoosh, you just kind of put just the right amount of wrist in it, and this thing flies off in this perfect frisbee arc. And at a key moment, her foot comes down, and instead of coming down on solid stone, it comes down on Ouija board, and it is just
Banana
enough to
peel.
displace her and knock her down to the ground.
Yes.
Let's go. Oh, amazing.
Helena.
And then if
Or
I have
anything
any
else.
sort of movement, I try to get as close to her as I can.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think you're now like more or less just like neck and neck with Cal. Helena.
Yeah, and I think I'm also dashing over to get as close as possible now that she's down.
If you only dash forward, you can catch up to her and actually be in front of her.
Okay.
But then you can't do an attack, you can't do anything else.
But if I don't do that, I can't catch up, so...
If you do that, yeah, you would only
She is
be a
down,
little
though.
bit like below her. Yeah, you would be a little bit behind her. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna dash to catch up, and then at least I'll be ahead.
Cool. Okay. Great. So,
I like
Man.
watching that mental map.
so she will bound up to her feet, which uses up her movement on her turn. And I think that what she will try to do is she will just use her action to dash, to just like move a little bit more and continue moving towards the edge, but she now needs to get past you, Helena. So if you wanted to attack her, or if you wanted to trip her up a little bit, you could try that.
I absolutely want to chin into her and just smash her.
I think this is another contested strength attack.
Okay. So that's a 12.
Oh yeah, you for sure beat her. Yeah, this time it's, defensive linebacker. She tries to advance and it's just denied. She bounces back.
Boom.
However, as she whips around, snarling, Cal and Satus, you see again her wounds beginning to close up. It is now your turn, Cal.
Okay. How I'm pretty close to her at this point.
Yes,
or...
you're only
Okay.
a couple of feet away from her.
Okay. So I am going to you know what? Let's have some fun.
This is a game after all.
I am going to cast poison spray at her.
Ooh.
I'm going to just like extend my hand, and she needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Great. Cool stuff.
And I think she's still baned.
Yeah. Oh, great. She is still baned. It's still very good, unfortunately. It's an 18.
Oh, okay. That beats. I don't think I can do anything else.
Does she still take damage from the poison spray, or just like she just weaves out of its way?
No,
Okay.
she weaves out of its way.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I can't do anything else. Dang it.
Cool. Satus, I think it's your turn.
Okay, I would like to. Do I have any more holy water? Did we have 2 each?
I mean, they're a little bit in Schrodinger's bag right now.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
you've definitely used.
I've thrown
believe-
1.
Yeah, I believe that.
I think we've done 4 total.
Including the one against Deverell. So you still have 3.
Yeah.
Is my reckoning.
Okay. I would love to try to utilize one of those since we saw that her wounds are closing up a little bit. So I'm just trying to, pop it and, like a scorned lover at a cocktail party, shove it in her face all dramatically.
Roll me a d20, please.
All right, let's see. That is only a 5. I am not good at
Oh,
throwing
boy.
these vials.
She darts out of your way, and this mostly splashes onto Helena.
Ah! Oh well.
Sorry.
It's kind of
fine.
refreshing.
It's fine. At least you know I'm not a vampire.
Good
Yeah.
day.
Helena Hailstorm, what are we doing?
Yeah. Do we still have that bag she was in before? And am I quite close to her?
I think you've run quite far away from it. I also don't see why you would have grabbed that from the side of the road. The flaming,
to keep
broken,
things.
soiled rag of a bag.
Yeah.
I just think she should be back in the bag. But,
Get her out of the bag. Get her out
Fine.
of the bag. No, I mean, get her back in the bag. Get her back in the bag.
don't like it, put her
Make
back.
up your mind, players.
It's gonna be just that I'm gonna try and smash her with a sword.
Hey, you've
Never a bad
smashed things
option.
very well with that sword before, so
Yep,
go for
yep.
it.
Yeah, and she is very annoying. Okay, well that's good. That's a 19.
Ooh, that for sure hits.
Which I think with my greatsword is actually
Is actually a critical.
20.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
That fighter life.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get a 6 and a 5 plus 3. Maths. Great.
You bring your sword down.
14.
You bring your sword down, and with you hear a sickening crunch, and a moment later, a clawed hand falls to the ground, having been severed from Lady Atala a little bit over the wrist.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It is,
Okay.
Yeah.
however, Lady Atala's turn. And I think that at this point, she will once again try to dart past all of you towards the edge. I think you all get attacks of opportunity here, but she will try to just weave her way out of all three of you's reach.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with you, Cal.
Okay, as she, just out of curiosity, is she wearing any metal on her person?
Probably not. Probably not.
Okay.
I think that she probably had all her jewelry removed during the kidnapping or alleged kidnapping.
Cool. So I'm still gonna reach out and grab her as she tries to run past me and cast Shocking Grasp.
Ooh. Let's go.
Ooh.
Let's do it. That is a natural 20.
Yes, Cal.
And woohoo! So normally that's 1d8 damage. Does that mean I roll 2d8?
2d8 and whatever the plus is, if there's any.
There is no plus, unfortunately. But we're gonna roll these two. Could be worse, could be better. That's a total of 6 damage.
Okay. She
6 lightning
snarls
damage.
and jolts as you grab onto her and send the bolts coursing through her.
Yeah.
Satus, what are we doing?
So are we? What's the like setting wise in terms of like where are we? Are we outside? Are we in?
Yes. So you are basically
Okay.
back to the place where you did the seance, which was this
Right.
sort of mountaintop fort that looked as though the top half of it had been cleaved off. And so you are
Okay.
in what was once the great hall of the fort, which again is quite a
Gotcha.
ways up above the tree line. But above you, it's only sky. Like there is no longer a
Okay.
ceiling on top of you. You are kind of
Right.
reference point. Imagine like Weathertop, where the ring wraiths attack the hobbits, like that kind of a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, I'm in New Zealand, so I know exactly what you're talking
Bam.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Effortlessly executed link.
Yeah.
Check out that synergy.
Again, I would love to try to just like trip her, make her so that she can't like run and I'm assuming fly away like a bat. If there is any sort of like overgrown roots or leaves, this is a very complicated way to say I'd love to do a nature check instead of a dexterity check. Is there anything I can do with like vines, tree branches, twigs,
You could
leaves?
identify something that could be helpful
Okay.
with a nature check, but I think that getting her in her fucking way would still
Yeah.
be a dexterity check.
Then yeah, I'm just trying. Then again, any way that I can just try to like get and drop a shoulder, anything to try to have her pratfall would be
Roll
lovely.
me dex, please.
Let's go. Come on, give me a good one this time. 18.
Nice.
She got a 19. I'm so sorry.
Oh wait, is this
Bang.
is this like
Bang.
a dexterity like roll? Just like a
Yeah.
With Bang.
Yeah, dex roll.
Okay, so so that would be 18 plus 1 for a
Ooh.
19.
Then that's equal. What is your dex score, Mike?
It's 11, and then I have a +0 as like the general like thing.
She gets, unfortunately, the tiebreaker. I'm so sorry. She is able to just barely weave out of your way. You slow her down a little bit, but she's still darting towards you and towards the cliff's edge, except in her path, the one, the only, Helena Hailstorm.
Yes.
Right. So what I want to do, hopefully, is put my greatsword out so that her legs sort of go clang as she passes and she's knocked down. But, we'll see.
Okay. I think that this is... I would buy this as either a strength or a dexterity check, whichever one you prefer.
Great. That's a natural 1.
Oh no! She
Oh no, it's right.
did not roll a natural 1, so she weaves past the sword, moves past you, and just a moment later dives off the cliff's edge and towards the tree line below.
Crushing.
Whose turn is it?
It is now your turn, Cal.
Okay. I mean, can I run up to the cliff's edge and see her?
It's quite dark. This would be a perception check.
I mean,
You're not bothered by these things. I think it's still a
yeah.
perception check to sort of see where
Okay.
she is landing.
Okay. 12.
Yeah, I think that you can just barely make out sort of like which tree she has kind of landed amongst the branches of and is now squirming towards the ground in.
Can I try to hit her with something?
Absolutely.
Or... Okay. I would like to. So, like, if I were to cast magic missile at her, for
What's the range on magic missile?
120 feet.
Yeah, that would get her.
That would get her.
I mean,
Okay,
like it would
cool.
impact her. I mean, like I cannot
also...
guarantee that it would kill her.
Sure.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level, so I get to throw 4 magic missiles at her. And so that's 4d4.
Like each magic missile is a d4?
Each magic missile is a d4 plus 1.
Okay, great.
So that is 5. So that is going to be 14 points of damage.
14 points total?
Yeah.
You see her take the damage as it darts off your hands. But a moment later, you see her continuing to move towards the base of the tree. And I think a moment later, you lose sight of her in the dense canopy below you.
Rough.
I am so normally not doing something like this, but she had 3 hit points left. Oh my god. Like, I'm so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. I am crushed for you.
She had 3 hit points left after I hit her with
including the fall damage that she took for that dive.
Woof.
So bad.
Well,
how far is the fall?
How many hit points do you have?
24.
Currently? You're at full health?
No, I lost 2.
Okay.
My full health would be 26.
I mean, so I gave her a quick 4d6 amount of damage for that fall. So it could be lethal, but
yeah. But it could not.
Yeah. But yeah, a moment later, it seems that she is gone.
How would we get down besides just jumping?
There are sort of a set of stairs that you took to get up here that led to the fort's sort of ruined entrance. But they are it is sort of a winding way around.
Mm-hmm. And the rope's not going to help on this occasion.
Again, it's kind of a matter of how quickly could you get a rope tied somewhere when this person is going full sprint away from you.
I kind of want to jump.
Cal.
Look,
I should be
I'm
the
not
one
gonna
to jump.
tell you. I'm not gonna tell you what not to do. So if you want to jump, let's get this party started.
I have the most health. If someone's going to jump,
I'm very excited. You know, they do like Critical Role compilation tapes of like all the deaths that they've had from people jumping off of high buildings or high structures. I am very excited to get this started for 20 to midnight to get the first gravity-based death in the game.
I feel bad that the Riddle Dran is gone. I feel I should be the one to jump. I'm kind of aware that if I went down there, I wouldn't be able to see.
I mean, we could both jump. Yeah.
Cow.
Satus is decidedly not jumping, but he would love to try to help them cushion their falls. But
Thank
I do not
you.
have the health points to jump.
Yeah.
We don't think our winter cloaks are parachutey, do we? They're not quite that big. No.
Probably
Optimistic.
I think that's optimistic. Yeah. No, look, like I think that there's two cases here. You jump off and you kind of aim to try to, as she did, land among the trees, and that would soften the amount of damage that you would take, but it would also slow you down on getting to the ground. Or if you really want maximum speed, you could just try to hit the ground, but you would hit it like a rock, and it would involve a fair amount of damage, but then you would be on the ground and could give chase more effectively. I am very open to other possibilities being presented, but I think so far that seems to be what's on the table.
Other options.
I mean, other options, we just run down the stairs and try to catch her. I mean, she's hurting. So
you would think that would slow her down, wouldn't
you
you?
would think that would slow her down.
She has
I can definitely,
that
Satus can definitely
restorative
run down the
capability,
stairs.
remember.
She does have what?
That restorative capability that you've started to see.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
So
no, that's
depressing.
true.
We could go down the stairs. We start tracking her. She'd probably be back.
How many healing potions do we have?
I was trying to find that, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anomalies in the chat. So how did the entire campaign TPK at episode 5? Well...
Yeah.
There was a ledge, you see.
Yeah.
I think that you still... I need to sort of find for sure, but I believe you still each have one healing potion.
Okay. So... I think I'm gonna jump.
Oh my god.
And try to land in the trees.
I'm
Alrighty,
gonna have to
I
jump
love
too
this.
then. I'm not letting you jump on your own.
And
And if we
Satus
get-
will run down the stairs and say, "Good luck. You can do it."
Cool.
Maybe
How-
some bardic inspiration.
So by
If I had any, I'd love to give it to you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
literally out of
I think
every
that we are-
box
I think
that
we
I
are
can
spent.
click.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Satus is spent.
Okay. So I'm going to assume that like this is a conversation that happened not in
Very
character,
fast.
but like, you know, there's just like a moment of hesitation and then boom, Cal jumps off.
Yep.
Okay, Emma. Let's get nuts. Let's do this.
Okay.
You're trying to jump in the trees?
Yeah.
One hell of a let's start with an acrobatics check first of all. Like, let's see if you
Okay.
can jump in the direction of the trees.
Okay. That is gonna be a 15.
Yeah. Cool. Very good. Dexterity saving throw to see how we land on the tree.
Okay. Saving throw. That is gonna be 17.
Nice. Very good. Ooh, I'm so glad that you made it. That's 11
Okay.
points of damage that you take from
Okay.
this maneuver
I can-
as you are
I can live with that.
impacted and a bunch of tree branches scratch you up. One sort of does impale you slightly on the shoulder and then comes free as you crash through the branches. But a moment later, You are almost at the ground, and you see the figure of Lady Atala running full sprint ahead of you, maybe 50 feet ahead of you.
Okay.
Helena, how are we doing?
Well, I have to jump now, obviously. Otherwise, it would be
Obviously.
embarrassing
I
to
jump.
start.
You jump, I jump, Cal.
I like to imagine that in the story, like the three of us are like, let's go after her, and Satus just like starts going down the stairs, and then like, what?
Cool. All right, are you aiming for the trees?
Yes, and I was wondering, must it be an acrobatics check or could it be an athletics check?
Sell me on how it's an athletics check. Because usually the
Well-
distinction is that athletics is we are lifting something or we are dragging something or that sort of thing. Like something that might be akin to weightlifting, whereas acrobatics is something that is much more akin to gymnastics. So taking a running jump and trying to land somewhere, that seems fairly clear-cut acrobatics to me, but I'm open to hearing arguments.
Well, you're the DM, obviously. That I would say that in common with Helena, at school, I was quite bad at gymnastics generally, not being very flexible or bendy, but I was pretty damn good at athletics, which included jumping of all kinds. High jump, long jump, you name it. Athletics.
You know what?
As my case.
This is such a bad idea that I'm going to allow it. I want you guys to have every advantage that you possibly can here, because we are now in the realm of bonkers decision making. So, okay, fine. Athletics.
Great. Huh, it's an 18 plus 5.
Great.
Yes.
You land amongst the trees. A dexterity saving
Hooray.
throw to see how this landing goes, please.
Oh, excellent. I get an 8.
Okay, an 8 is much poorer than Cal's jump, so I think that you don't actually sort of find any kind of footing. You just sort of trample through the trees and just eventually land on the ground, only slightly slowed by the branches in your path.
Uh-huh.
That's 13 points of damage.
13.
13, 1-3.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I guess
All
let's
right.
roll initiative again. Okay, sure, why not?
Just doing my maths of how much. Yeah.
I like how we didn't have like any combat the last 2 sessions, and now we're like
Let's go for it.
out for blood. Yeah.
Okay.
Not great at initiative. Got another 8.
Helena?
I don't know if I count. Do I?
Yeah,
count?
no, you should you
Okay.
should count. I'm going to assume for the first couple of rounds that you are getting there.
Yeah.
But you
I
might
only got a
get
7.
there. Okay.
Yeah, I got a 7. Or sorry, an
17.
8. I got an 8 because I have a +1 to my initiative rolls.
What did you get, Helena?
17.
And Cal, what is your dexterity score?
Dexterity score is 14.
Great. So it'll be, you'll go ahead of Satus.
Okay.
Beth, you're up first as Helena dusts herself up from her crash landing into the forest ground. And you see
All right.
the figure of Lady Atala maybe 30 or so feet ahead of you. You landed a little bit further up ahead than Cal did.
30 or so feet. Okay, we're going for the crossbow.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean, all
yeah,
right? It's gonna be great. Okay, I get a 12 plus 3.
That hits.
Thank the Lord. Great. So good. And then I get 7 plus 1.
Wow. So you see Lady Atala start to turn, just kind of in the auspice of what the heck is all this ruckus, and a moment later, a crossbow bolt goes straight between her eyes, and she crumples bonelessly to the ground.
Bad ideas, good results.
Yes!
Let's go.
This went great!
You
Was
are
this the right thing to do?
so lucky.
At the end of today, right and wrong are pretty mixed up, but
It's just it wasn't her fault that she was a vampire, right? I mean,
it wasn't her fault. But as far as we know, there was no saving her.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad if we find out there's a cure for being a vampire.
Yeah,
It's gonna be.
Cal, roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. 9.
You do not know of any cases of successful restoring of someone's humanity or personhood after becoming a vampire. You've never heard of an account like that. There are accounts of the vampire being destroyed, but nothing of someone coming back from it, as far as you know.
Okay.
Incidentally, a moment later, you see sort of this puff of mist out of the place where Lady Atala had fallen. And it seems, after a second, as the mist disperses, that the body is gone. But the clothing is still there.
Is the real Dran still there?
I don't know. Are you going up to examine the possessions?
yeah.
Yeah.
A moment later, you run up and you find the real Dran that Helena had given her amongst the rags that she was wearing.
I'm sorry, everyone.
What did we learn?
Well, I don't know
Trust
that
no
everyone's a
one.
vampire.
Everyone is out to get you.
Yeah.
Check everyone's neck before you talk to them.
Yeah.
And I think that
Jumping
very
from
quickly,
things.
I think very quickly after that, Satus catches up to them.
Yay! Is everyone
Okay.
We ran down all those steps.
Oh!
Yeah. And we're only minorly injured.
Yeah, just a bit bashed.
Just a bit
Well,
banged
I
up.
think we all celebrate with a nice cocktail of health potion.
Yeah.
Maybe that is a good idea.
Yeah. Well,
You can
I
also
might
you can
wait.
also take a rest. You can crash somewhere for the next couple of hours and take a short rest if you want to do that before
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
before taking those health potions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
Should we see if Lady Atala has
much do
anything
you-
else on her, like
Oh, yeah. Is there anything
money
else worth taking?
that she might owe us?
Yeah.
There
example.
it is just the torn, dirty dress that she was wearing left amongst her possessions.
And why wouldn't it be?
Again, they seem to have really tried to make it look like a convincing kidnapping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's a great point at which to take a short rest. And by that I also mean us, the players. So we're going to be back in 5 minutes, and we'll also handle the short rest off screen so that we don't have to review those rules in the chat itself.
Great.
So we'll be back in
Fantastic.
5-7ish minutes. I think we all need to catch our breath after all of that. So we'll be back in just a second.